Oh, welcome, 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 welcome. We are gonna try and finish AVOWED, hopefully. But we will see. We will see. Oh man. Let's see how it goes. See how it goes. Right. People want to talk to us again. I just been to camp. Let me have a quick look at the map. Where am I up to? Got 2 ability points. Only got 1, right? Not too bad. We're not too bad. This one. Gallows just claim the bounty. Yeah, that thing we couldn't do. Damn thing. So close, so close. Dawn shot. Camp's just straight ahead, right? Oof. Remember where I'm doing? Ow. Don't be throwing that. Oh, I changed my buttons, that's why, isn't it? Okay, I need to change the buttons on my controller. I was playing FIFA. There we go. That's why I accidentally threw the grenade. Yeah, there we go. Cool.
The living lands needs me.
Just here. Oh, hopefully we can finish this game. I was half expecting to come on and be playing it for like freaking 10 minutes, and then that was it. That's what I was expecting.
There
like
you
the
are,
last
envoy.
stream of the game is like
You ready
10
for
minutes
this?
long or something. But we'll see.
Understood. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right? I mean, this is just cleanup. Just figuring out who controls the living lands from here out. You have a lot to do. I just need to survive and make sure you live through this. Anyway, you should get some rest. Oh, if you need to rehearse any speeches or whatever, make sure you do it in front of someone else. I promise you I've heard.
So, here we are. The first and last battle for the living lands. Try praying instead of just hoping. That might work better for you. Metaphysically, the battle is already over. Sapadal is free,
Sounds
and the
stupid.
Dream Scourge is gone. But politically, we have a small mess to tidy up. I intend to send a message to the Steel Garrote, and it won't be anyway. Who knows what tomorrow will bring, so let's be grateful for today. You've earned a little peace of mind. I think that's enough wool gathering for now. Besides, I need to tinker on the phantasmal focus. Make sure it's ready for war. Don't stay up too late. Not before I've done some reading.
Is that a... Oh, no. She wants to talk again.
We should take a moment to acknowledge what happened back there. You liberated the god of the living lands. Now they are unchained, free to do whatever they want. That's quite a gamble you made.
Weren't you the one who was like always... Yeah, let's free her. Yeah, let's free her.
I admire you. If not for you, Sapadal would still be pacing their cage like a wild animal. Which means you have leverage over a god. How do you plan on using it? You're probably better off then. Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that everything's changed, I'm curious what will happen. We cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions. For better or worse, change is inevitable. Maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer, now that one of the gods is listening. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for our little camp. You're too kind. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it. Until next time. Not before I've done some reading.
Yeah. Everybody wants
Was
to bloody
learning to play
read.
the flute part of your warden training?
We're good, we're good.
No.
I'll make sure we can do whatever we can. Just in case. Get everything near enough maxed. Just can't get the heaven strength to me more glasswood branches.
Oh, I learned that on my own.
A
Really?
fully upgraded set of armor.
I was
Yay!
hoping for an all-warden
Achievement. Gonna be missing quite a lot of achievements, I think. Oh, enjoyed the game. Okay.
Envoy? Is it really you? Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Nakutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Everyone, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak.
It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over. Dream Thralls still litter Shatterscarp.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them?
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradise? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Nakutadek was riven with those things, not to mention what they did to the land.
We saw similar destruction at Nakuku Bell. If these roots and the Dream Scourge are the work of a god, and the gods thought it best to imprison this god, how could you let such a creature go free?
For now. Who's to say they don't get their feathers in a ruff again and wipe us all out with a tsunami?
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sapadal. We'll have nothing to fear from this god once we expel you from our lands.
Sapadal's power ravaged my people. I don't know that I can ever trust it.
Keeping watch over Sapadal was a sacred task Nandru gave us when he left. For that reason alone, my wardens owe them their allegiance.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now. But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradise. Inquisitor Ludwine has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it judging by how she fights.
Ludwine's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves.
Regrettably, she's not in the business of making exceptions for people she deems oathbreaker. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That'll be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible. Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwine who called for the attack.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her Steel Garrote laid siege to the city, shortly after you beat her to the garden.
We brought as many Hale and Abel from Thirdborn as would come. But after the Dream Scourge and our losses from Nakuku Bell, we could spare so few. I worry it won't be enough.
Likewise, my wardens are still reeling from effects of the eruption. The keep was saved, but there is much to repair, particularly if we are to endure a siege. Most of my men remain at the keep. I can't risk them against the Steel Garrote for the sake of Paradise, not when we are so few.
The lawful settlement of a new Adirian colony, supposedly. Or the establishment of a Wodican state. She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve as a powerful endorsement. Somewhere inside that hollow head of hers, I believe she always hoped she'd turn you to her side. Remember, she has an obligation to Wodica, a solemn oath. And neither the Steel Garrote nor the queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why didn't you stop her?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution. This isn't my fault.
Sure. Just blame the dead woman. Very mature.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwine and the Tusks?
You could start with blaming your own incompetence. Why are you treating him with kid gloves when Paradise cries out for help?
Enough. I've heard your concerns. We cannot change it now.
The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Adir that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one true God. That's Ludwine's vision for the Living Lands. I've answered your questions. Now I would like you, all of you, to answer mine. Ludwine has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwine, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, we are already here.
Excellent question.
You have seen more of this land and met more of its people than any of us. Your opinion is informed. You were empowered by the Emperor himself to investigate an impossible problem. And against the odds, you solved it. You are the close personal friend of a rogue god. And in our dealings together, I found you to be a person of substance and conviction. But mostly, it's because you're a Adiran, so I trust you. And these fine people here are going to do whatever they like if they don't agree with you anyway. Oh, Envoy, no. Think of the Emperor. On which this conclave. Not unless it would be. Think of.
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it. Anything less would be surrender.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing, setting up your own is another. We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means overnight. We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for the picking. Know that this is a hard road to walk.
We were fine before Adir came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
I think we ran things perfectly fine before your kin got here.
Of course. The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the Living Lands would enter Adir's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Grave Room's aid.
We give up our fighters and the wealth of our lands, and get promises in return. But we have wealth enough to give some away, if it means my wardens may return to their vigil in peace.
A grave room could work, so long as trade keeps moving through the Scarp and you're willing to serve as our go-between envoy. And we'll have cannons enough to deter the Adirans from trying anything stupid.
With the Dream Scourge ended, my people can soon return to Fior. If a renewed animancy could easily feed the island, I suppose we could send Adir what's left. But when lean times come, who will we feed first? Ourselves or the Empire?
Of course. The Living Lands would become an extension of the Adiran Empire in leadership and law. Soldiers bearing the flag of Adir would be garrisoned in every town. They would be paid in Adiran shelling and speak only the Adiran language. Their roads would be our turned this. Well, it's not. Envoy, be reason. Give these people an ounce. Wodaka have. Well, what will the illustrious leaders of the Living Lands decide?
So this is what I want. I would prefer we keep to ourselves as we have, but if it will take all of us to repel your people, a united Living Lands it is.
The Living Lands is going to need trade partners if we're gonna make it out here. I support a grave room.
Standing tall together,
The Living Lands could be the envy of the world. I am for a united Living Lands.
Well, it's hardly unanimous, but the majority shall rule. This shall be a united Living Lands.
We deserve this opportunity. Thank you for believing in us.
Fighting a battle together is easy. I just hope everyone's willing to stick it out when it comes to the politics.
God, they made the right decision for once.
Finally, some sense permeates the proceedings.
On your head be the consequences. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradis, and eventually the island.
The Living Lands will never be free until we break the chain around our necks. Ludwine must die her final death.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradis militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Thank you for deserving it. Now, go and teach the Steel Garrote a lesson they will never forget.
Show them that the Living Lands will not be broken across Vodka's knee.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there, work your way to the main plaza. May all the gods of Eora and the Living Lands protect you.
Let's take back the city together. Show the Steel Garrote how the Living Lands takes care of its own.
Let's go free a city, shall we?
Yay. Oh, God, more people want to talk back at camp. Want to talk?
You should get some sleep. Right. Things feel different now. Wrong, somehow. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness. You know, I've never seen a bear go to war. They fight for survival, not for causes. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for, what? A concept of how things ought to be? We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradis until the island decides it's time for a change. It's fine, really. But it's some blessed day Sokka when you think about it. I feel like you're not trying to make me feel better. I'll be all right.
Can't sleep? Neither can I. We're going into battle for the soul of the Living Lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradis militia. Your Emperor will not be pleased. Political influence is danger. When a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The Adirans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is the first time you were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last. All we ask in return is that you do the same for us. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your head with lies if you let him. I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting for the misfits and rabble-rousers. Time for you to get some rest. You too.
All good? All good. Alright, cool. Happy days. Here we go. Into battle. Charge! They're coming.
It's no use.
Been pressing B too much playing friggin' Monster Hunter to pick up stuff.
Hold it.
Don't worry, I'll get your backs, boys. Even the ogre's here.
This shall be a bloody day.
Cool. They're just like we thought. Bloody respawned. Running away from me. Okay. No, you don't. Yeah. Cool.
What's the next?
Right. Stop that. Get some better gear. My shit's fully upgraded, you know, Ben. Get some better gear. We're winning, guys. We're winning. Don't worry.
Foolishness.
Did I do it? No? Oh, there we go. Take the main plaza. Take the eastern gate. Take everything. Charge!
If you insist.
Let's get him.
Just keep killing. Just keep killing. Last one. They're everywhere. Shit. Oh, he's there now. I don't know. I didn't realise he was on our team. Right, there they are. Too much going on. Just die already.
Don't worry about the eastern gate. I'll protect your back.
That'll teach you.
Yeah, that'll teach you. What are we teaching? Wow, they destroyed this place like there's no tomorrow. Roots did as well, Jesus. Right then, mate.
Just what everyone needs at the end. Someone to watch him die.
Didn't you explode just a little bit the last time we saw you?
Barely holding on, really. I'll always thank the gods that we took down the mines and crippled the living land's resistance. Survive. They flatter me. I'm barely hanging on. Those resistance bastards did a number on me, as you can see. That I can't believe. Why? What right do the others have to be here? Because they landed some number of years before us. Does that mean they deserve it? You won't stop us.
Alright.
First Eagle's Reach, now he...
You better not make us regret this.
I would be regretting it already, love. Oh shit. Everybody just died. Oh dear.
What are you doing here? I thought you left town weeks. About time. You're the only one Ludwig will listen to. Not from us, that's for sure. You ask me, they've been planning this since before they left the mainland. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were you. Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it. You shouldn't. I wished. Well, you're here now.
Yeah, but I kind of want to fight him. I mean, this fucking gravel. You're not healing everyone, I can tell you that. Control 5 strong. Oh no. Bye. Oh, it's the canal key. Alright, that where the canal is. Right, okay. I thought it was going to be in here. Oh, it's just survivors hiding. Right. Cool.
We should go now. The fighting's died
Dead
down.
bodies everywhere.
Can you not hear the screaming outside?
She's right.
Yeah, we're working on it, don't worry. Just stay hidden so we can go that way, or we can go this way. Or do we have to go that way?
Who's that? Found you.
What? Please stop. I jumped out of the way then, really, didn't I? Bye. You just died? Oh yeah. Just insta died in the water. Funny. Oh, that's the canal way, so we skipped. Would have skipped those, wouldn't we?
Envoy.
We're coming, we're coming! Ah, you piece of trash! Yeah! You Inquisitor Proud. Holy shit. Oh dear. Yeah, my heels. I'm gonna be fighting that thing now. Parry. Yeah. Stop hitting her. It's not your place. Kill him.
I've got the plaza under control.
Yeah, well done, boys. Well done. For the freedom! Sorry, I've got to loot everyone. I'm not gonna loot everyone. You know, I just want to. Cool. Well done, guys. Go, go, go!
Monica demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
Let's pay Ludwig one final visit, shall we? Let's make sure
There
she
you
stays
are.
dead this time. All right, dearie?
So, you survived the garden. Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time? Good. The battle over the Living Lands is nothing compared to the war we share. Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She must set down her blade.
Oh, but it is. Some wounds must be cauterized in order to heal. The only question is, what's to be done with you? You.
Her mind is already made up. She's just toying with us.
Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in their grasp. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live. Do not patronize me. I have every right to put down a threat to the Empire. Steel yourself, envoy. Make this a...
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
All this time, I knew you'd be... Farewell, envoy.
There's no coming back this time. Prepare yourself for the next world.
You won't be missed, Ludwig.
Once I'm done killing you, your god of play is finished.
We are every seed in the soil. We will always grow.
Come on!
Whoa! Queen among queens!
Oh shit, here we go.
Send me your aid!
Monica, send me your aid. Survive, guys, it's fine. I'll just kick her ass. She both. Hi, Ludwig.
Again, Monica! Help me! One last time! That person's wrong!
Come on, Ludwig. Oh, she's on the floor as well. Get her. Die, Ludwig, die. I found you. I can't see, there's so much shit going on, I can't even tell when to parry half the time.
Where are you? No! Abandon me now!
Monica, get her now!
Didn't mean to hit him.
Wherever Ludwine is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for, but we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradise, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradise militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. Thanks to you, the Living Lands has escaped Adiran oppression. The free settlements unite under a common banner and begin the fraught process of negotiating new traditions and values. The Empire withdraws. The frontier remains wild, but not for long. Fugitives no more. The rebels of Paradise return to their home and to other free settlements, bringing their skills and secrets wherever needed. For once, they have a future. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. In time, the people of Emerald Stair return to their city of Fior Messiverno. Research yields new developments in the struggle against nature. Technology is shared among the united settlements. The Empire cannot get in the way of progress. For the people of Shatterscarp, independence is bittersweet. Those who cannot withstand the grief inflicted by Ringgrim's spell leave the settlements, vanishing into the wilderness. Those who remain find themselves forced to cooperate with others, often begrudgingly. With so many dead, the need to stave off hunger outweighs any distaste for certain trading partners. Solace Keep clings to its long-held isolation at first. But after mourning her friend Kostya, Mihala reluctantly deigns to open the doors of the fortress. Some dwarves greet newcomers with glee. Others still mutter darkly about outsiders. Mihala flounders in her earliest negotiations with the rest of the Living Lands, but slowly learns compromise. She develops a taste for Valian sweets. For the first time in many years, Kai feels an agreeable restlessness. Not to flee, not to drift, but to venture. He visits the distant shores Tama told him about, and savors the modern marvels, ancient wonders, and breathtaking expanses he beholds. His heart swells, not with grief, but
So
with awe.
I don't think this is all the
There is
choices
so
we
much
made.
to discover,
If
and
you
he
don't
will
realise.
spend his years chasing all of the joy and beauty
the world has to offer him.
With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. While he never regains his former place as a Warden of Solace, he spends his time traveling between Solace and Thirdborn, acting as a stubborn ambassador between the two. Giada turns away from animancy, charting a new course in life. The old rules don't apply to her. She has no responsibilities other than herself. Writing, music, sailing, sewing, love. She tries everything, masters nothing, and finds the inner peace that eluded her as an animancer. She still carries the phantasmal focus, but it doesn't feel as heavy as before. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yardsley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Messiverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro. As the days pass in contentment and relative peace, Yardsley is struck by the persistent feeling that something is missing. Though she still devotes herself to her studies of both the arcane and the godless, the restlessness never goes away. Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sopadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin tentatively to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god. Sopadal has questions about what happens tomorrow, and the day after. You do your best to keep them calm, until the voice in your head is little more than a polite whisper. After everything you've been through, you don't mind the company. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
Hey, we did it! Finally! Happy days. Happy days. And we're here. Fantastic. I think we did quite well there. We kind of... I think the only mistake we made was third one. Casting that spell over the tower rather than just letting the Steel Garrote go in and kill everyone. Or kill every Dream Scourge, you know what I mean. But... because it sacrificed, like, so many killed half of the freaking county, so I don't think they were happy. But otherwise, I think we did really, really well. Tried to save everybody as much as we could. We got a good ending, I think. I presume. Sounded like a good ending. We're good. What happens if I click continue? Do I just have to start a new game, or do I just start somewhere? Let's find out. Yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed this game. Really enjoyed it. Oh, we just start at the battle. Yeah, we just got to fire again. Fair enough, fair enough. Hey, so the only thing you could do is start a new game, obviously, and
Eora.
do it all again.
A world where mortals
Do it all again. No, I'm not doing that right now. But thank you for watching, and yeah, like I say, love this game. Hopefully, I'm going to stream some Monster Hunter soon. I have started playing it already, but you know, whatever. I'll just stream it for a bit. Why not? Alright, no worries, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.